Hello everybody and welcome to a Planet Zoo stream. My name is Tim. I am the community lead working on Planet Zoo and it is wonderful to have you all here today. As mentioned, we're going to be talking about update 1.7 today. Not sure if you noticed, we dropped a little bit of information over on the forums earlier today. There's some pretty cool features coming and I think you're all pretty excited to talk about it, but we know that you've all been asking for more streams, and obviously we've been having a little bit more opportunity to do that recently, so we figured why not, and we'll do one today so we can hang out with all of you because we love hanging out with you. It's great. It's like one of the best things that we get to do when we're working here. So we'll be talking about 1.7 with the announcement. We'll be hanging out with all of you, but we're also going to be having a little bit of an extra surprise for you. We've got one of our friends here at Frontier. His name is Josh Matamoros, and he's going to be doing some live drawing for you based on Planet Zoo. So we'll get to that in just a moment, but I am going to have a quick look at my laptop and see who's in the chat and say hello. So I can see we've got Osric saying there's some who we call Tim. That's true. We call me Tim. I'm the one. Dark Killers say it's great to see you. Heather, wonderful to see you as well. So many people to see. Wow. There's Eben, Zoonerd, Dynamation. I can't keep up with your names. There's too many names. We've definitely got a shout out for the moderators in the chat. There's Wingardium Leviosa is here with us. Heather is here with us. Elle and Fran from the community team. And of course, in the studio, you can't see him, but I can. There's Jens right over there helping look after some things for us as well. And so, hello everyone. So it's wonderful. As I mentioned, it's always like a delight to hang out with people in the community. As you've seen, we've been doing it a little bit more recently, and here we are to do it again. So before I continue talking with all of you, I think we're going to get the live drawing going at the same time with a little hello message. So I think if we switch that over, there you go. So this is a little hello from Josh Matamoros, who is going to be doing live drawing for us today. So if you give some love in the chat for Josh, I'll be able to let him know because he's in the room with us. But to be able to do the drawing, he's got to be, drawing. So I can see him. We're waving at each other. So let's see. Yeah, there's let's go, Josh. All the love for Josh. Hey, Josh. Hello, Josh. We love you, Josh. So lots of love in the chat. And it was beautiful artwork, says Zookeeper Chris as well, referring to the hello that you had there as well. So fantastic. As you can see, we're literally in Photoshop. We're going to be doing some live drawing today. And I guess we'll just have to see what Josh decides to draw. It's going to be great. So I think we'll start. Maybe I'll tell you guys a little bit more about Josh. So Josh is one of the marketing artists here at Frontier. So naturally, there's a huge amount of hugely skilled people, and they're all involved in helping make anything come to life here. And Josh is one of those people. And a lot of his job is trying to take the sort of the vision and what do we want to express and all of that kind of stuff from anything that we're doing here and bringing it to life. And I mean, you've seen the incredible things that we put out there. Like you've seen the different kind of art that we put out there. And that's all thanks to people like Josh. And so it was wonderful that he's joining us today as well to come and do a little bit of that live. And as you can see, for me, it's just below where the camera is. You can see he's just kind of cracking on and carrying ahead with that. So, I mean, I guess we can have some guesses as we go. I'll keep an eye on the chat and we'll look for some guesses about what could he be drawing? What could it be? Manic -7. You think it's a dull sheep? Well, we'll just have to see. We'll have to see. What was that? Dart Killers? It's 100%. It's an animal. You're not wrong, but that's a pretty wide guess. I'd call that a wide guess. I think we're going to go with wide guess. There's some guesses for elephant as well. So I guess we'll just have to see how it goes. And I'm going to be keeping an eye on it as well because it's actually we were doing a little bit of testing to make sure everything worked earlier, and it was so much fun watching the process. I forgot I had to go and do other things like work, and instead I wanted to watch live drawing, which I can do now while we work. So it was kind of a win-win. That's what I'd call it. So, update 1.7. We've revealed it today. What would you say is your favorite part that you've seen so far from update 1.7? And of course, the height mapping tool that we've revealed just a couple of days ago or last week. What do you reckon? Where shall we start? Random Goat saying path barriers. There's Hammy the Sandwich, it's a great name, saying the diving depth. Let's have a look. Oh, you guys reckon it's a beaver? Well, we'll just keep going and we'll see if it's a beaver. I mean, it could be a beaver. It could still be an elephant. You don't know. You don't know until it's complete. So we'll just have to see how that goes, right? And there's Rebecca Boo, great to see you, saying excited for the new cats diving as well. Me too. So let's pick one of them. I think let's go with path barriers. I think that was the first one I picked up on from Random Goat there, right? So we basically, as always, we're always paying attention to everything that you guys say online, everything that you're saying to me and to the rest of the team about things that you'd like to see, things that you would be curious to see how we'd handle it, and smaller updates as well. And so one of those has been more control over where are your guests going to go. So in update 1.7, we're going to be introducing path barriers. And so with those path barriers, we're going to have, I think it's literally called barriers. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, and curbs. So you'll be able to kind of completely direct certain flows within your park, within your zoo, using those barriers. And then with the curbs, you'll be able to make an area, I'm going to call it undesirable. I was talking about this just before the stream, and I was calling it the uncomfy zone. So it creates an area where your guests, they won't want to go because of the curbs, but if they need to, they still can. So you've got quite a good level of control over that one. I can see I looked away from the chat. It's all about the animal, but I don't blame you. There's amazing skills, by the way, Josh. We got some mentions of amazing skills there in the chat as well. Somebody saying like helps with having the different controls. The uncomfy zone is a zone that I want to go to. Well, I mean, you still can. No one's saying that you're not allowed to go to the uncomfy zone. It's just there for your guests who maybe don't want to go there unless they have to. So that's always handy to have a look at, right? Let's see how it's going in there. Someone's saying, is that a triceratops? I can tell you that one for free. It's not. It's definitely an animal. That much from Dark Killers was guessed correctly. It's the gaming beaver himself. Yeah, I mean, maybe not. We'll have to continue seeing what happens. There's various skills in magic. I mean, what Josh does is magic. Like, look at this. It's incredible. We've been going for, what, 10 minutes maybe? And it already is looking amazing. So there's Ralph Stickley over on YouTube was saying, I was literally thinking about how helpful barriers would be just this morning. Well, great to let you know that they're going to be coming to Planet Zoo, as well as the curbs, which between two gays is very excited for the uncomfy zones, which is just a whole other topic. There's people saying it's a rat. Is it a tease for something? Well, I don't know. It could be. I'll have to find out. Let's have a look. What else was there in update 1.7 that we talked about that you were all excited for? Oh, I know one which hasn't been mentioned in the chat yet, but was talked about quite a lot on social just before we were getting on to doing the stream, which is the scenery randomization placement. So as a lot of you know, whilst you're placing, you want to have this different. You don't want necessarily everything to always be exactly uniform every single time. And so talking with the dev team, like they saw this and they were like, we could probably help out there. So now, for all of you builders out there, it's just one more tool for your toolbox. Is there anyone out there in the chat who thinks they're going to be making really good use of this one? I think I saw someone over on Twitter saying that they specifically love spending most of their time rearranging the rocks manually. So maybe this one's not for you. I mean, maybe it will be a new love for you as well. There's Heather saying that the randomization will be really nice. So yeah, I think that's going to be great. Stacky Taka is saying, you play the game solely to place rocks. I mean, it's a niche that we can provide, so why wouldn't we? If you want to place rocks, you can place rocks to your heart's content. Let's have a look. Are we getting any gameplay of the new updates today? I didn't catch the name, but no, just for today, we decided it would be really great to just spend some time with all of you, talk about the update, and be able to be treated to a live art show as we do it. So we're just continuing on with the live art show, basically. So a lot of you are guessing that it might be, oh, Bigfoot. Bigfoot's it's a little bit of a out of left field guess, I'm going to call that. Somebody over on YouTube saying, thank you for the random placement. You're very, very, very welcome. Absolutely. Let's have a look what else we had in here. I think a really great one to talk about is, of course, the Heightmap tool. So moving forward, we'll be having a look at things, having those features where you can create a sort of grayscale map, upload it or pop it in the right folder. We've got a whole guide written on the forums. We're going to have a look at seeing if we can make it a little easier to understand as well. But then you'll be able to have a pre-generated map, and we'll have a bunch of options for you to start with as well to just give you that basically to play with, because naturally for some, so I know there's some avid supporters of having a completely flat terrain to begin, but for others, they want to do a whole lot of sculpting before they start building their zoo. So for all of those, you'll be able to do it. It'll be absolutely great. Someone's saying he's amazing at drawing, so there's a lot of hype in the chat for Josh at the moment. Hainyo saying, loving the new, oh, I missed it. I think it said the new seat areas. I'm going to scroll back at the risk of losing my place in the chat completely to see if I can find it. Oh, the chat went faster than I expected. I'm never going to find it. It's okay. We were talking about seats, I'm pretty sure. So we can have a look at that as well, I reckon. So we were having the conversations between all of the team about obviously wanting to have a little bit more control over what your guests are doing and the flow within your zoo. And so the curbs and the barriers are going to be fantastic for that. But we've also got the incredible seating areas for the animal talks. So using those, you'll be able to have a bigger capacity for how many people can listen, but you'll also be able to have a little bit more control over how the flow of the zoo goes, because not everybody who comes past that area might want to stop for the animal talk after all. So they'll be in their seats, they'll be comfy. I mean, we're talking about comfy quite a lot on this stream, but it's a comfy, cozy vibe stream, so I don't see why not. You'll be able to do that, and they'll be able to learn all about the animals. So I don't know about all of you, but whenever I've gone to any kind of zoo, I love it when I get to hear and learn all this stuff about these different animals and where they come from, different behaviors, and just learn. I mean, I'm the kind of guy who loves to go and study as well and see what I can find out. So it's pretty perfect. Fits for me, I would say. Let's have a look. How comfy is the couch? Somebody asked. It's actually like super comfy. I could probably go and take a nap. That's not really what we're going to do for the stream, but if I wanted to, I've got my pillows. I've got my sofa. Could be nice and comfy. I just need a blanket, and then we're all topped off, I reckon. Let's have a look. Someone's saying, really great, well done on the team. Great job. Oh, thank you so much. So don't give them ideas. Don't give them ideas for, oh, nap, oh, no. Those ideas, that's what you were talking about. There's Jens reminding me in the chat not to give people the ideas. But nap stream confirmed. Do you really want a nap stream, or would you rather have a live art stream? I mean, the answer is live art, because you're getting to guess what's being drawn here and look at all of that detail as well. I mean, I think that's pretty incredible. As Wingardium Leviosa confirming that this is a super comfortable couch. Absolutely. There's a few people who need a nap. You could take a nap after the stream. It's okay. I support this. It doesn't matter what time it is for you. Go take that nap. Let's have a look. Someone's saying art stream. That's right. So what we're doing today is we're taking a little bit of time to hang out with you all, talk about update 1.7, but we're also having a very special treat in a live art stream related to Planet Zoo from Josh Matamoros, who is a marketing artist here and clearly some kind of magician, because I couldn't do this. I think my version is going to be stick figures at best. I'm not really a budding artist myself, but I've made peace with that, and I get to enjoy all of the talent and skill that comes from other people instead. So it's always fantastic. Let's have a look back where we were at in the chat, shall we? Josh knows how to be careful with the details. Yes, absolutely. Heather saying I could never ever draw this. That's okay, we've got Josh, so it's gonna be absolutely fine. Let's have a look. Do we get to see those stick figures? No. I'm somehow an art stream of me trying to draw. It's not gonna be nearly as interesting. But you also asked for a nap stream, so, I mean, having a little nap on the sofa is probably not going to be interesting either, unless you're taking bets on what I'm going to say in my sleep, I guess, or when I'll turn over, maybe something like that. It's Joe's Ventures. It's a wonderful time to be alive. It absolutely is. Let's see. I reckon there's also, I think it was Becca Boo mentioned, we're also bringing swimming to a couple of the larger cats. So there's the jaguar, and the Bengal tiger, and the Siberian tiger. So similar to how we have been working on trying to get some of the bears, a little bit of a splish splash, a little bit of swimming, we've now turned our focus to a couple of the large cats. So you'll be able to see them taking a little dip, going for a swim. It'll be very exciting. And again, this is just kind of a testament to how much the whole of the team here working on Planet Zoo really cares about the community and the kind of things you'd like to see. We're just forever reading all of it between all of us, and we talk constantly. I know it's been mentioned on previous live streams in the past, but I think conversations between like the CM team, but also then directly with the developers about what could we do, what can we achieve, what kind of things would people like to see, is pretty much daily. Like, we're working on this constantly, and it's like one of the best parts of the job, like aside from obviously talking to all of you all the time, because if you hadn't noticed, I'm quite chatty. So having lots of people to talk to is right in my wheelhouse. And as much as the people on the dev side may or may not like it, I'm going to assume they do, we're talking all the time. And it's fantastic to see the process and the care and attention that goes into everything. I think even this live art is showing like that level of care and attention that you can have going into every single part of what we do here at Frontier, and especially, of course, on Planet Zoo, which is always amazing. Someone's asking, there's that Emma Design asking, who's the artist? The artist is Josh Matamoros. So Josh is one of our marketing artists here at Frontier. And as you can see, the work that he does is phenomenal. And this is live right now. Like, Josh is over there. I can wave. He waves back. Like, Josh, you could draw like a little heart somewhere. There you go. See, we've got, there's a little hey from Josh. He's waving. So you can see, this is done completely live as we speak, which is even more phenomenal. Matamoros, yes, I think that's correct there. There's a lot of hellos and a lot of love. And Josh, you're now officially a national treasure. Yes, so we've got huge, so of course there's a lot of teams working here at Frontier, and they're all working really hard to try and make all of these different visions come to life, to give everybody the sort of best experience ever, and they work together. So we've got, of course, there are artists who work on specifically on a development team, but there are also artists who work on other teams like Josh does, and we all support each other all the time. So while we have got, you know, a dedicated team, a dedicated role that we follow, we're always supporting each other in everything we do. So this is why it's so easy for us to just ask, like, hey, Josh, do you fancy joining us to do something really cool today? And, you know, we have a chat about it, and it's like, I think we could do something really cool today. And I don't know if you guys have guessed what's being drawn here yet, but don't forget, and animals are cool. So we'll keep going with all of your questions. Let's have a look. Nikki saying that you've got to go back to a meeting, but you'll be back. Well, good luck with your meeting. Someone saying, is it a beaver? Is it an owl? I mean, has anyone ever, question mark, I'm enjoying the annotations for those moments where I get a little confused. I mean, you're saying it's clearly a beaver. I mean, I wonder what that could mean. Someone's saying, what do I think about sea lions? I mean, I think sea lions are great. I've been to like California before and did a little road trip up and down the coast. And it was really, really cool. I think it's, you're testing my memory and geography now. But I mean, you see all of them like at the docks and at the bay, just like tons of them hanging out, just taking it super chill. It's always super interesting when you see that kind of thing going on. Someone saying, not so smiley. I mean, me or the beaver? I can smile. He's pretty smiley. The beaver's pretty smiley. Someone saying it's Jigglypuff. That's, I mean, I can tell you that one as well. It's not Jigglypuff. We're not playing who's that, yeah, who's that Pokemon. We're going for more of a who's that animal or what's that animal. Let's have a look here. A rat? Yeah, I mean, I guess you could consider it as a rat, but I'm not sure that's too correct. So someone's saying, hello, this is a Planet Zoo user from Korea, and you'd like to know if there will be a beaver in Planet Zoo. Well, I couldn't possibly say. It's not anything that we've been talking about, but all I can say is there's some pretty cool drawing going on right now, and it's got something to do with Planet Zoo. I mean, take that as you will, I would say. Let's go back to update 1.7 for just a moment. Let's have a look what we haven't talked about on here. I mean, there's also an awful lot of sort of quality of life changes with the Zoopedia to make things a little bit easier for you to get back and forth. So that's always fantastic. And of course, there will be other bits and pieces coming with the update when it goes live. Who's Zoo Nerd saying that I'm so tight-lipped? Oh. All I can say is that this is a Planet Zoo stream with live art and with some incredible live art of an undisclosed animal that nobody has guessed what it is yet. Not even slightly, not even a little bit, probably. Oh, the chat's moving so fast. Let's see. Damn, nice art. Absolutely, that's nice art. I will catch up with you all in the chat. There's just a lot going on in the chat. There's Lettuce Jeremy, whose message disappeared as I tried to read it, saying you're happy about the Zoopedia changes that are announced and looking forward to using them. Yeah, absolutely. Not everything that we add to the updates is what is only the grandest and most giant thing. We also try to pay attention to where are players looking for those smaller changes and what can we do to make it a better experience overall for everybody. As you'd guess, because obviously we care about all of you. We care about you enjoying the game, and we know that you already do. And if we can make it even better, we make it even better. I paused the chat, and I feel like it was a mistake because it disappeared on me, saying there's Josh is incredible at drawing, but all these details, and then struggles right. Yeah, well, he's using a graphics tablet. Don't forget. So he is doing like live digital drawing. And it's popping some hearts there. It's actually super cute, having little hearts above its head. Let's see where we're at in the chat. Pablo from YouTube said a bunch of animal emojis, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate you, absolutely. Someone saying it's a wombat. Okay, so we've got the core guesses so far have been wombat, beaver, and elephant, I think. Can we get a sound off of where your guesses are at for our super adorable animal that's being drawn right now? Let's have a look. I think elephant is correct, says Random Goats. Okay, there's some people saying, is it a beaver? Is it a moose? Is it an animal? It's still an animal. Yeah, Dark Killers, you are correct. It is an animal. That's the game. It's an animal. A gopher, a beaver, a muskrat, animal confirmed, absolutely. An otter, an elephant, a hamster. Okay. A guinea pig? Is it your... No, it is not a relative of any of you, I would assume. Close. It's not close. Oh, man. It's a mongoose. Okay, I think the troller has become the trolled. Usually it's me just making the silly comments, and here we are. I mean, I kind of asked for it as well, just a little bit. So it is what it is. The skunk. Oh my. Okay, I mean, I can confirm it's an animal, and it's one that, you know, exists in the world today. So let's go with that, and we can just bring some of these guesses a little bit further down. You see, there's some fans of other games that we publish here at Frontier, so always love to see it, and always love to see you coming to the streams to hang out with us. It's always a mongoose. Are you saying it's a goose or a mongoose? Because those are two very different animals, and I don't know how you could draw both of them at the same time. Someone's saying it's a drawing. I mean, that's also true. It is a drawing. We've got a request. Josh, could you zoom out for a moment so people can see the full view as it stands right now? There we go. So currently, this is what our wonderful animal is looking like at the full view. Enjoy. We'll take a second of reflection. Just breathe in, breathe out. All right, you could probably head back to where you were. There we go. All of these chonker confirms. Don't be mean. This is Jens doing hearts in the background. It's a dragonfly. Yeah, it's kind of a dragonfly. So, we've talked about quite a few of the features that are going to be coming in update 1.7. So, can we get a sound off for which one at the moment that we've shared is your favorite one that you're looking forward to? Is it going to be the mapping parts, the animal talk seating? Is it the curbs and the barriers? Is it the swimming cats? Is it the Zoopedia changes as well to help you just have a little bit of an easier life on that side as well? Seating and, diving depths. Yes, we were talking about that as well. So that's another part of the swimming changes. Thank you very much for the reminder, person in Twitch whose message disappeared too fast for me to check what your name is. I appreciate you. So yes, we've been seeing, again, this all comes down to we're always reading all of your feedback, and we're always having a look at what you would like to see, and we want to make sure that we balance those kind of requests with what works in the game, what works with the different animals that we've got in the game. And changing the diving requirements is one of those changes. So I can't really share too much more off the top of my head for which specifics will be changed, at what numbers and for which animals, but we are going to be making some of those changes to try and help make that a little bit of a better experience, whilst not making too much of a difference as well for, for the animals, and making sure that the game is still as fun and it's staying true to what Planet Zoo is. It's in the same way when we did the polar bear, and we're like, okay, so we need to change this, and how can we make it all fit together? And we've got wonderful people on the team who help figure this out with so much research. I think you met some of them already on streams. There's Killian, who is a designer on the Planet Zoo team, and the research he does is phenomenal. If we're actually in the CM team, if we ever need more information about any of the animals, and we've finished having a look at things like the Zoopedia, we just message someone like Killian. We go, hey, can you help me? And every single time, he's just on it, like immediately, because it's incredible, along with everybody else. I mean, you can tell that I love my team, right? Like, I'm just consistently just won't stop talking about how amazing they all are, because it's just a pleasure. Favorite diving animal from the ones in game already. It's tricky. It's got to be a bear for me. I love the bears. I love bears. They're amazing. If I could have a pet bear, I would. This was like a heated debate that we had recently, where I was told that that would be irresponsible and it would be unsafe, and how are you going to look after a bear in a flat? And I insisted it's completely possible. And I'm sure I could find water in swimming pools for it to go for a swim. So I reckon one of the bears is probably my favorite. Check your mailbox, pet bear, probably. Can you imagine that message from the reception at the office that is just, hi Tim, there's a package for you, and it's hungry? Can't imagine that's going to go down very well. Tim, go to Russia to get a pet bear. You have several. That actually, it sounds so great to me. They look like they give really great hugs, honestly. Hungry male. Those hands are amazing. I'm going to choose to believe you talking about the hands on this animal here, which many of you are guessing is potentially a beaver, but it could also be potentially a mongoose or an elephant. It is incredible. Let's have a look. Definitely need to follow his art. Yeah, he's incredible. I see some people in the chat saying that they want pet snails in the office. Do I think I could beat a bear in fisticuffs? No. I don't think I'm ever going to beat a bear at fisticuffs, but I could treat it with care and compassion and talk it down and make it want to look after me instead, I guess. And it can come and hang out with me, and, you know, it's pretty good when you go for a walk late at night. No one's going to mess with you when you've got a bear. Someone's saying they have a pet frog. Office snail is being chanted by one person and one person only forever. Someone having some, I've got 5 cats. Like, it would be, I'd love to get pets right now. I can't, but it's absolutely a goal in the future. I'd love to adopt either a dog or a cat, or both. I'm all about looking for those rescues. That would be my first goal, I reckon, if I was to get a pet. Okay, now there's 2 people in the chat saying office snail. Thank you very much, Elle and Fran, for your valuable contributions. Let's see. Won't paint blue. What are you painting blue? I might need to just look at the feed instead of looking at all of you on camera. Office snail for the office snail mail. We could always tie little messages to the snail and send it desk to desk, and you'll get your message. Instead of using something like Teams to talk to each other, just send the message via snail. That could also work, I suppose. So someone asking about the future updates, and there was Swifty Folklore saying, Frontier, you are just amazing. Your work is just amazing all the time. Thank you so much for everything. Well, thank you so much for being here. Like, we do our very best to make the best games and the best experiences, and just try and, like, obviously the best communities. But of course, a massive part of that is all of you. Like, you're here chatting with us, and like I said, we've missed doing this, so it's really great to be able to just sit here and have a conversation with all of you. Someone shouting about beavers. Yeah, I mean, it's seeming pretty likely that this could be what's being drawn. Nikki saying that they're back and the meeting was boring. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that the meeting was boring. However, the stream isn't boring. We've got live drawing, courtesy of Josh Matamoros, marketing artist here at Frontier. I can't read that. There's too many emojis. It's plus elephant plus mouse equals the chat. Yeah, I guess the chat is lots of different animals together. Yes, this is so much better than the meeting. I agree. Someone, Leaf, I think you got the wrong game there. I mean, I don't think we even published that one. Just off the top of my head. Somebody over on YouTube saying it's definitely a beaver. Well, I mean, I couldn't say. I'm not too good at taxonomy of animals, like maybe. And there's Josh giving some opinions there as well. Tell you? Okay, well, I guess you'll have to find out a little bit later. Is it from saying things like this that make people say that I'm being a tease on the stream? Because then I totally get it. But doesn't mean I'm going to change my ways. Can you give him sunglasses? Maybe. I don't know. We can have a look, Josh. Oh man, I love it. There you go. I'm not sure who requested it, but there it is. I'm liking it. And have some water. It's important. There you go. Oh, one request fulfilled. Someone's saying that we're ignoring the multiple nicks. I'm having a chat that's going very fast, and I think ironically a Nick mentioned that message. So hello to all the Nicks. Someone saying, I'm not an animal expert, so skeptical on this one. Well, we'll just have to see. Is he drawing grumpy cats? No, we're not drawing a grumpy cat. There's Lion Rider Nick. See, there's one of the Nicks saying, Frontier, we love you. Just lots of little hearts out there for you. With the scenery randomization, so we're going to try and give you a visual a little bit later on of how it looks when you're placing it. But if you can kind of imagine, how am I going to do this? My hand, I'm checking, you can kind of see, is a wall. And this is like a sticker you're putting on the wall. It'll go bam, and then switching round in random directions, kind of like this. So it was not the best demonstration, I will admit, but it will. I just look back at the drawing. I love it. We could probably, yeah, we'll lose the shades for now, I reckon. But it was pretty amazing in the meantime, I reckon. But yes, so with the random placements, it will be random. I'm pretty sure it's a toggle though, so I'm just going to go check my notes. Yes, it's a placement toggle, so you'll be able to choose whether you're using it or not. So if you do want to have more of a uniform placement, which is absolutely important when you're creating all of those incredible blueprints and you've got a certain theme in mind, you might want to have those going through. But yeah, it's a toggle. You can choose whether it's on or if it's off. I think I saw that question in the chat as well. Sorry, I've got to catch up with all of you. We're not going to keep going with all of these extra requests. Should we let the Viva see and we'll take off the shades for now? There we go. He's actually super cute. Look at his eyes. Like, it's super cute. Some more questions. We're not. I mean, maybe it is. It could still be a mongoose. So let's have a look. Is this part of update 1.7? So no, what we're currently doing is some live arts, which, you know, maybe it's got something to do with something that's coming in the future. But I think you can see what kind of animal is being drawn here, really. Like, my coinus is slowly drifting, I think. Somebody's saying, like, we're going to see more streams in the future. Of course, we'd love to. And today was one such example of just taking that opportunity. We're still working on, of course, making sure that everything is done super safely. We don't want anybody to put themselves at any kind of risk. So while we do that, we're still having to figure out these different bits and pieces. But we do want to do more streaming. Like, it's super fun. Like, you all come here to hang out. Like, why wouldn't we want to do that with all of you? Someone's saying there's nothing to announce here. There's a gerbil saying your streaming is very chill. Thank you very much. We're going for the chill, cozy vibes. The only thing I'm missing is like a blanket and maybe like a hot chocolate while we do this, and just putting a little bit of like lo-fi in the background, and saying that Josh, your drawing is incredible. There's a huge amount of love for Josh in the chat, actually, which I love. That's amazing. There's no potato visible, but I do see you, so you are sort of visible. Saying that it's a confirmed floof. My favorite is if I say something that's funny enough that I can hear someone else in the room laugh. That's a victory. A hot chocolate in a Planet Zoo mug. Yeah, that would be quite cool, actually. There's Dynamation saying that you like these kind of streams. I mean, that's awesome. I will say, if you enjoy this kind of stream where we are just hanging out for a bit and we pick something a little special to do, because we can always look at, like, you know, playing the game, of course, because that's always fun. But these kind of streams where we can discuss news that's come up and get treated to something incredible like this from someone like Josh, like, do head over to the forums and let us know. Like, did you enjoy the stream? Are you enjoying hearing about this, enjoying seeing this art? Do you want to just leave some love for Josh? Like, let us know on social, let us know on the forums. That's going to be the best way for me and the team to find out that you liked it. And then I'll go tell everybody else that you liked it. That's what I'm going to do. Let's see. Then draws a super detailed beaver, then the heart is a circle. He's using different like brushes and tools and then flipping between them. So like, don't forget about that, of course. We're not playing dress up for the rest of the stream. Maybe in the future. Well, we'll see. Someone asking, are you going to post this anyway? I gotta go, but I want to know what kind of animal it is. I mean, oh, the hearts are always super cute. I think you've got a pretty good guess on what kind of animal it is at this point. Tell you what, if you keep your eyes open, in the near future, I think you might find out some more definitive answers instead of from me. Is he dancing? Are you making him dance? He's doing the happy hopping. Whoop, I missed the chat. I was not scrolling, and now it's obviously, it's not a dinosaur. I'm just going to put that out there. It's not a dinosaur. He's just doing a little happy, like, he bops here, bops there, just having a good time. I mean, he's allowed to show he's happy as well. It's a good-looking macaw. I agree. Someone's saying it's definitely a beaver. And moving fast with that. What's my favorite DLC? That was at the bottom of my chat before it refreshed. I think it's kind of tricky because my favorite animal is the cassowary from the Australia pack. So I love that bird. It's like, it looks incredible with all of the different colors about it, and it's got such a presence about it as well. And I was just enjoying it so much when we were seeing all of the screenshots and the in motion for the cassowary coming through. So definitely got a soft spot there. And then probably I'm quite a big fan of Africa Pack as well. I think for me, maybe it's because it was so like recent, and that's maybe why, I mean, I'm a little bit guilty of anytime we do anything, I'm like, this is my favorite thing ever. And that comes down to talking to the team. So as we talk about what could we do to share this with everybody, and what have we got planned, and what could we add, or what's going to be the approach, we get to hear the insights, and we get to see the process. And by going through all of this, like talking to, for example, the producers, and like what do they want to get into the game, and the designers, and what are they researching right now, and what are they trying to make a reality. You've of course got your artists, like there's the art director and the lead artist as well. And just listening, I could probably quite easily pop one of them on the sofa next to me, and we could do like a whole 4 hours of just listening to them talk, because it's just fascinating consistently to hear not only what they're doing, but also like how they're doing it, why they're doing it, what was the inspiration behind all these different parts. Right, it's incredible. I was talking with the people in charge of sound and things like that, and just learning more and more and more about the process, and it's incredible. And we're doing the same thing now. Before we had Josh join us for the stream, we were talking all about these different things that Josh does and the different processes, and talking with the wider team that's around him as well. And it's always amazing. Dark Killers, who looks like he's from a certain server, saying, what are the odds of Tim releasing his hair to the wind? I think we'll have to make that some kind of stretch goal one day. We'll have to go with that. That will be when I release my hair to the wind, is based on a certain stretch goals. We'll figure those out in the future. We'd love to know what you think about working for Frontier. I'm going to assume it's a typo and you're talking to me, Frontier Tim. I have the world in front of me and would love to work for Frontier when I'm older. Any tips? So I love working at Frontier. It's incredible. I mean, I think that's probably come across a little bit in how I keep talking about how amazing everybody I work with here is. And I've not even spoken about the others around the building as well. Like, there's all the guys in tech who even made this possible, setting it up so we actually have a graphics tablet installed in the studio here. So it's fantastic. It's consistently fantastic. There's a wonderful team around me. There's a wonderful extended team around me, and couldn't ask for more. In terms of tips, I think if you've got an idea of where you want to go, try and get some experience in that area and see what you can learn, see who you can sort of pay attention to online and see what they do. And there's all these wonderful different groups who offer like free training courses so you can learn more. When shows are happening again in person, you can find loads of panels and talks which give you even more insight into all of these different parts. So my advice would be study up, learn a whole bunch, go and practice whatever it is that you're interested in doing, whether that's community management, coding, arts, production, being a part of the tech side and running things like helping us run rooms like this and whatever you're into. Go with that and like truly love what you're doing, and then you're going to be having a great time studying it in the first place, I reckon. Let's have a look. Oh, it's 5 to 6. How did I didn't even see that coming. So we're getting near to the end of our stream, everyone. I'm going to have a look for any last questions here. There's asking, does the team ask real zookeepers about animals? So of course, I don't do the research on the designers like Killian do, but I think so. Like, there's collaborations and there's conversations, and it's not just doing it by themselves. I know that there's been trips to go on site in the past as well to different zoos and learn all of these different kind of things. So I guess so. Someone's going to have a hug from the beaver. Well, we haven't confirmed that it's a beaver. It could be any animal that's been drawn here on the stream. Like, we don't know. Can Josh, oh Josh, this one's really cute. Can you release a children's book with your illustrations? Hey, he's gonna think about it. Still looks like an elephant to me. Like, I can always count on you between two gays. Like, solid. Someone's saying amazing. So I think we're in the last 5 minutes. So if there aren't any. Thank you, Jens. It's brilliant. I spot the 5 minutes, and poor Jens has been off to the side holding up a sign that says 10 minutes, 5 minutes, because he knows it says I'm just having a great time talking to all of you instead. But in the last 5 minutes, let's not forget Planet Z update 1.7 we have now shared a little bit more about. That will be available on October 4th. So that's literally next week. No, it's the week after. So that's it's Monday in 2 weeks' time, just under 2 weeks. So that will be on the 4th of October. You'll be able to play stuff from update 1.7. And for all of you asking, have you got a little bit more that we can share? Have you got a little more information? Which way do I point? I point this way? This is the hold? No, don't change the camera. I was pointing at the drawing. Like, I was trying to point at the drawing. Jens is like, I'm going to take this away from you and just make you look like you're waving your arms around like a madman. So yes, update 1.7 will be available on October 4th. You'll be able to play around with deep swimming cats. You'll be able to play around with animal seating areas. There'll be barriers, there'll be curbs for those uncomfy zones so that you can help with positioning your different guests around. You'll also have, of course, the different mapping tools. There's some people saying things in the chat that would be pretty cool if they happened. I mean, I guess we'll find out pretty soon if those things are going to happen. I mean, I think you can probably pick up what I'm laying down. Left it an extra second for emphasis. So I think with that, I just want to say a couple of thank yous. First off, of course, is to the wonderful Josh Matamoros for joining us today and doing this drawing. So I don't know if you want to draw a little wave or a goodbye or just some hearts or anything like that, Josh. There you go. And everyone in the chat is saying thank you and thank you so much. And saying that now there's a tail. I love it. So also, of course, thank you to the moderators who helped us out today. I know that we've had Heather, we've had Wingardium Leviosa, Elle and Fran, and there's, of course, Jens helping out with running the stream today as well. And if you did enjoy this and you'd like to see something like this again in the future, let us know on social. Send some love for Josh on social as well, and let us know on the forums. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So with basically a minute left to go, I think I'll just say thank you very much, everybody, for joining us today. And keep your eyes peeled, because there might be some news, as was written by Elle in the forum post in bold, very soon. So keep your eyes on forums, keep your eyes on social, and I'm sure you'll see some interesting information very, very soon. And thank you very much for joining. Until next time. Bye.